Hey, peace world. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name is Wood. Jump right into it. Coming off of last night's the first presidential debate between President Donald J. Trump and Vice President Joe Biden. Man, after that debacle, I wanted to look at some stuff that was inspirational, and things to look forward to and enjoy. And so I'm gonna get into some entertainment stuff points. First thing up is Friday. Kind of snuck up on me a little bit, but Who Made the Sunshine comes out from the latest or from Westside Gunn, Griselda. I know I talk about Griselda and BSF a lot on here, but they are some of the big. I mean, they are some of the most consistent. They're dropping repeatedly, between Westside, Benny the Butcher, as well as Conway the Machine. And is so anyway. Who Made the Sunshine? I thought this was the first release for Westside Gunn on Shady Records. I don't really understand that relationship or the need for that relationship, but it seems to be a ongoing thing. But I thought this was the first one. I'm looking at it now, and it doesn't have a label attached to it. But it looks like it's 11 tracks on here, maybe one intro or one interlude, maybe with the track number one. But the track list and the production, the producers, as well as the features, really have me enthusiastic about what the project might be. It looks like it's all produced. All of the tracks are produced by the combination of Beat Butcher and Derringer. I like those guys working together. I think Beat Butcher provides like some instrumentation to the music and kind of helps accessorize what Derringer does so well. The Alchemist also has a couple of tracks on here, as well as Conductor Williams. I've heard him some places before, and I like his sound. He's a guy I definitely want to hear more of. And then also it closes out the finale on here closes out with Just Blaze. So that's I don't think Blaze has done anything else with Griselda before. So I'm very excited to see the new people that Conway just worked with on From King to a God. Those new relationships spawned some really dope music. And Eric Sermon, Havoc had a track on there, and I thought it was one other person, but it escapes my mind right now. Oh, Crisis. So yeah, I'd be very interested to see what Just Blaze does. Speaking of the features, track two, The Butcher and the Blade. Obviously, that's Benny the Butcher and Conway the Machine on there. So they get it into the album early. Black Thought shows up on the third track. Ish Kabibbles is the name of that one. Black Thought has done some dope work with Griselda, teaming up on some stuff. Track four, All Praises, has Boldy James and Jadakiss. No doubt where that song, what the subject matter is gonna be on that song. But I'm interested to hear Jadakiss, and Boldy is family with them. Armani Caesar shows up on track six. Liz Loves Luger. I'm not gonna get into that Armani album. The Liz, I believe, is the name of it. If you liked it, good for you. Not saying whether I did or didn't. I listened to it. Track seven, I'm very excited to hear. Busta Rhymes and Slick Rick. And that's one of the dope things with Griselda, to go back and bring some of these veterans back. Busta Rhymes has been involved before, but to go back and to recruit a dude like Slick Rick, gotta hear what that one is. And I heard that new Busta Rhymes song with can't think of my Anderson .Paak. I didn't hate it, but again, the direction. I mean, I guess Bus is coming out trying to wanting to have a mass appeal. So you do something to get you that. I would hope that Bus would work with some of these guys and stay somewhat dark, but whatever. So Ocean Prime has Busta Rhymes and Slick Rick. Keisha Plum has a song on here or a feature on here. Frank Murphy, track number 9, features El Camino, Estee Nack, Flea Lord, Smoke DZA, and Stove God Cooks. That's the one that's produced by Conductor Williams. High expectations for that one as well. Track 10, another Slick Rick feature, just Rick and Wes. And then like track 11, 98 Sabres has Armani Caesar, Benny the Butcher again, and Conway the Machine. So kind of the immediate family, and that's the one that's produced by Just Blaze, as already mentioned. So I think that's in the perfect window, especially for me and for me and Westside Gunn. 11 tracks is really about what I like for him personally. And then I think in general, 11 and 13 is right where you should be. 11 through 13 songs. Maybe if you have 2 interludes, you might can get to 14. But anything above that, and it starts to become mature to listen to most artists, not just Westside Gunn. So I'm excited, man. That's Friday. You can check. You can stay up late Thursday night, and after midnight, you can probably start listening to it, buy it, and so on and so forth. So look, I'm gonna get into my second part. What time is it? 7. One project out there that I did listen to and enjoy more than I thought I was going to enjoy was ActionBronson, Baklava. What is it? Only for Dolphins? I should have looked that up. I wasn't going to mention it. I'm going to come back and talk about the album because I really like it. I dig the production. I like that he had fun on there, and I enjoyed it. I listened to it a couple of times while I was out riding my bike, and pretty dope project. So I'm going to come back and do a review on that. I'm going to jump into Elzhi, 7 times down, 8 times up. This is going to be a more of a shorter review because I'm not going to get into any lyrics. Obviously, one of the dope parts about the dope aspects of Elzhi is his lyricism. So, but check out the album. In general, 12 songs on here. I believe the leadoff song might have been Jason, which is the finale on here. In general, man, I just think it's a very solid record. If you like lyrics, if you like or bars, or if you like thought, if you like introspection, if you like some freestyle battle rap type stuff. Here's a guy that's been releasing albums for over a decade, and being a Detroit rapper, Detroit MC. Detroit has this weird place in hip hop because it's not West Coast, it's not East Coast, but there are a lot of guys who seem to gravitate towards the East Coast stylistically. Apollo Brown is a phenomenal producer who's, to me, he picked up everything that the East was doing and really ran with it for a couple of years. And had a strong album this year with As God Intended. This one all seems to be produced by J.R. Swift's. I think he did a solid job. Everything I have on here beat-wise is like 3.5 stars. There are a couple. Ferndale, Guns and Boats, I have 4 stars. Jason, I guess, would be a 4-star beat for me. And it's just kind of, like I said, I think J.R. Swift did a very consistent job. I don't know if any of the beats really blew me away to take this album up a notch for me. But like I said, good riding music, whether it's on my bike or in the car. It's adult music. It's adult hip hop. You know, sometimes I think I throw around blues hip hop is something I kind of assign to some of these older guys who are approaching their 40s or just over 40. And I think that's kind of where Elzhi is. What makes him separate? What would separate him from someone like a Fonte from Little Brother? Fonte is able to get a song or two that really should cross over or could cross over, but just doesn't because of how music is consumed nowadays. I don't think Elzhi really gives you anything on here that could really get out of the lane that he's in. And that's no knock to him. You know, you do what you do. And I think he does it really well here. So talking through the songs real quick, Smoke and Mirrors, Foolish, and then this Foolish dude on here. This is what I really love about what I'm seeing in hip hop right now with the album making. This dude, I don't know if that's his name. It's a comedian, but he kind of curates the album. But he shows up just saying some hilarious stuff, like some real ghetto or ratchet stuff, but it's a lot of truth to it. And so I just it kind of brings the album together for me. Is this dude like the narrator? You know that Trap Called Quest used to have the female that narrated like Midnight Marauders. This goes in a different direction, but it adds some levity to the project, I think. Because, you know, Elzhi is more of a straightforward, serious thoughtful rapper, introspective and whatnot. Anyway, Smoke and Mirrors is track 2 with Monica Blair. Pretty good start off song. Early Bird, Night Owl. Another pretty good song. These next, I put stars down like when I think the album really gets to cooking. And I think Hot Winter, Cold Summer is kind of steps things up. The album kind of starts boiling, you know, for me. And I like the chorus on that one. It's something about I'm going to have the hottest stuff next summer. The coldest something this winter. I'm going to have the hottest something next winter. The coldest something this summer is what it is. Kind of like a play on words and whatnot. But I like Hot Winter, Cold Summer. Track number 5, Light One, Right One. He makes a point on here about, and I've said this before the last several years, which is kind of indicative of where we are with hip hop, that all of these big things are happening right now. All of these stances and the rioting and the protesting, and nobody's really come together in the world of hip hop and done anything as a group. And he has a little bar on here like back in the day, self-destruction was made. Brothers and sisters came together and addressed the situation. Here, people just continue to make music and often continue to make garbage music. But we saw Little Baby came out and made it. Conway had Front Lines. I think Little Baby was the bigger picture. But again, that's individual stuff. Nobody really came together and did anything on a large scale. Ferndale is another one that I have a star next to. I had a star on Light One, Right One too. Ferndale is somewhat of a bouncier flow. I thought I liked how he changed his flow up. He's reminiscing on here. A very fun record. And like I said, good to see him playing around with the flow. It was kind of like Southern inspired a little bit. Guns and Boats just features Fez Rock. I like this beat. It's kind of a cinematic song. Intentionally, it gets to the end and it talks something about a movie. Track 8 is Thugged Out Zombies. A lot of storytelling on there. Another pretty, it was like the Moment of Fear from Slick Rick. But, you know, it's Elzhi's thing. But it's good to see. And that's what I'm saying when you with a dude like Elzhi, you know, I mentioned this before, man. It's very difficult for older guys to come out and still be dope and innovative and new. But that's he probably can do this pretty well, because I don't know how much his environment has changed since he started doing this. And I'm not trying to count that man's pockets or anything like that. But like I said, somebody like a Nas and a Jay-Z, they're worlds away from where they were when they were 19 or 25 when we first met them. I don't know how far Elzhi is away from where where he lives and where he hangs and travels. I don't know where that he's that far away from all of that. In Farmington Hills or something, or I can't think of the other areas around Detroit. Track number 9, Potential. It's a lot of reflection in that one. And him talking about kind of being comfortable with his run, comfortable with his catalog, and speaking on the kind of realities of what it takes to do what he does. We might not even look at it as real success and major success, but it still took a lot to be what he is and to do what he's done. And again, Illmatic, if you haven't listened to Illmatic, I mean, his repurposing of Illmatic, I mean, that alone is a phenomenal accomplishment in his career. Track 10 is another one that I have a star by G.O.D. It's a really dope record. It also features Monica Blair singing. She's a vocalist, does some work in the chorus. G.O.D. is an acronym that stands for a bunch of different things. But he's posing the question, what do you believe in? What do you really take a stand for? What makes you tick? What are you really about that's about anything? You know, what's the substance to you as a person? And people sometimes are trapped. Their perception is their reality, and they're kind of trapped by that. But it's a lot of observations in here, some storytelling, talking about different characters. I mentioned this before, different characters that you run into and encounter in the hood and whatnot. This might be the most introspective flow on the song on the project. He asked some dope questions. Do you just believe in sneakers? Are you trying to get a gold chain? Or is it a car? Do you believe in the liquor that you buying that some MC told you to buy? So very dope record. Track 11 is Masterclass, kind of a battle freestyle. Energy steps up a lot, more straightforward. Still reminding how lethal he is with his pen. And then, like I said, the outro is Jason. I got 4 stars on this beat. I like the drums. I don't know if it's live drums or just great drum programming, but it's some climactic parts where there's some drum rolls or breakdowns and whatnot, cymbals clashing and whatnot. I really like to touch on that. And it's more, Jason is just a battle freestyle. Elzhi's name is Jason Powers. So it's kind of horror theme with Jason from Friday the 13th franchise, from that franchise. And it's basically, I chop these dudes up and I can't be touched as a rapper. So, again, man, a good project to have in your rotation. I've enjoyed listening to it. I've listened to it about 3 or 4 times. It's a lot of catchy lyrics, a lot of thoughtful lyrics. One thing that you listen to a dude like, I like how he picks these very random things to touch on that not every rapper is going to bring up. And then he takes like that the double word, the last 2 words of a bar rhyme with the last 2 words of the next bar. That's always a very skillful technique to incorporate into your songs. He does that well, but I can't think of any off the top, but he just mentioned some random things that most of us, that not everybody would think to throw in a bar. And he does that repeatedly throughout the project. So check Elzhi out, support the record. Obviously the name itself, 7 times down, 8 times up, means, get knocked down 7 times, get up 8. So that's very inspirational within itself. And it's probably for a guy like him who hasn't had that commercial success to continue doing things true to him. It probably is a cost for that. And you know what I'm saying? It's probably sacrificed doing some different things to sell some records and be bigger than what he is. So check Elzhi out, 7 times down, 8 times up. Let me know if you like some songs, your favorite songs on there, or your thoughts on the project. Feel free to drop a comment if you made it this far into the video. My name is Wood. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Peace.